Meeting right now and we're recording. All right, Denise, you had called a meeting?
Yep. So we're going to be discussing, the last time we were talking about our shop local, buy local to support restaurants. I finally was able to finish up the restaurant listing today, talk to the last few people that we were still questioning. So we have that list ready to go, and we can share it with the Bloomfield Messenger so that all of our restaurants are up on there. And then I'll start putting together a few marketing materials for it. Jose, what were the prizes that we talked about? How many?
I don't think we decided
Okay.
what we were gonna do yet. I mean, last time we had, was it $25 gift certificates, 10 of them,
Okay.
to various restaurants in town, local restaurants. So, I mean, I do have a little bit of budget in my economic development fund that I could use, and I think Phil, you're okay with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Using that, so yeah, we can expand it if you'd like. I mean, we can do.
No, I think that's okay. Just if we start it within the next couple weeks and run it through like the end of February. That should be okay. My one problem was, and I wish Vera was on the phone, we talked about how we were going to have them submit them, who they were going to be submitted to. Because last time they went through the chamber, and I don't know if Vera has enough hours and stuff to do that because she's on limited time with the chamber.
It eventually gets emailed. Go ahead.
Is it possible to have it come through our economic development, Jose?
Yeah, I mean, eventually I get them anyway. I'm the one who got
Right.
them, and then I contacted everyone, you know, that one, and said, here, come pick it up to town hall. Just come in and let us know when you're coming, and we'll have it ready for you. And last time I think I just randomly I looked at the restaurants that everybody went to, and just went and picked gift cards from those restaurants.
Yeah.
So that at least they got something. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't mind if they just email me. I'll just have it, put it into one folder, and at the end, I'll do what I had to do anyway.
Okay, and we also talked about this, not only to support the restaurants, but to support the local businesses. Do you want to just do the restaurants for the first round? And then we can go into the stores.
I think we should do the rest.
I think the
I
restaurants
think we
are
should do the
critical
restaurants
right
for
now.
the first round.
Okay, go ahead, Suzette.
Sorry.
I would agree, because I think the restaurants, we should start with them because they are the ones that are hurting the most. So I think we should start with them for this round. And I would also say, Denise, if we're going to try to get something in the messenger, we have to get it to them tonight. And since we can't confirm Vera's availability for the email, it's just best that we use Jose's.
All right,
Yeah.
Jose, do you have a general email box for economic development?
Yeah, I think I had it transferred to me well, let me see.
I'd rather use that than your
Yeah,
personal
the one
one.
that Dave was using before, I had it transferred to me just to get the, which was let me see, try to find it. I think, Messenger, let me see.
And I'm thinking that I can get the list over to the messenger today, Suzette, but I don't think we should start the program until next week.
Yeah, let me, here's the email.
Yep,
Econdev, ECONDEV
yep.
at bloomfieldct.org. ECONDEV, Econdev
Yep.
at bloomfieldct.org.
Yep.
That should get to me.
Okay,
And that way I'll know, I don't get any, very little stuff on that. So when it comes in on that, I'll know right away that it's for this.
Denise,
Okay.
did you
and
send?
I'll have them try to, go ahead.
Did you send that article to the messenger? Denise?
Yeah, no, I didn't. I wanted your comments on it. Was that okay? If it's okay, I'll send it over
Okay,
to him.
yeah, it's
Okay.
fine, but I think sending it with that list, I think would be great. And probably what we
Okay.
can do is just ask him to put that list on the back page for like the next month or the next month and a half.
Okay. I'll make sure I do that right when we get up. I just heard back from Vera. She had a family emergency at the last minute and she will be on in a few minutes.
There she is.
Okay.
My God, I just saw her pop up.
We'll see if she pops on. There she is.
Okay, Vera. We just started. Yeah, you're muted if you're on. Okay. Just I'll just for the interest of the just so the recording secretary knows who's who.
I'm here, Jose.
All right. So we started
Vera.
we started and we started talking about doing the $10, $25 gift cards. Start with just restaurants right now, and then later on going to for small businesses, and this will go to the end of February, sort of like what we did last time. And this time we're probably going to have them just email it directly to me.
Okay.
Because I have an econ dev email that it can go straight to, just to take one step out of that. So that's as far as we got so far, right?
Okay, and we had had a little bit of a term that we were going to use for this campaign. It was keep calm and carry out.
Yes.
Carry
In
on and
light
carry
of
out.
everything that's been going on today, I don't think the keep calm is
I
quite
don't think so.
appropriate. Okay. So
Yeah, I just think,
I
I mean, yeah, what's wrong with just, carry out or carry out, carry on, I don't
Carry
know.
on and carry out, something maybe.
or yeah, we can bring back the eat local and carry out or something like that.
Yeah,
I'll
I think
play
that's
with
fine.
it.
Yeah. 'Cause
Okay,
carry
Vera, if
on.
you have, or anyone else has any suggestions for it, just shoot them over to me. And then I'll pull that and pull the marketing pieces together so that they can go out next week.
Okay,
Okay?
yeah,
So please send me your comments. That would be helpful. But I just, in light of everything going on, the keep calm doesn't seem appropriate. So Vera, I do have the restaurant listing all done, and I will copy everyone so that you all have the when I send it out and over to the messenger. So we'll do the Eat Local campaign first, and then we'll do the Buy Local going on after that. And I also wanted to bring you up on the various emails that we've been sending out. Sometimes they're getting 2 a week, sometimes they're getting 1 a week to our list of businesses and chamber contacts that Vera had given us. Those go out to about 350 when we send them out. We've been getting an excellent open rate on them because I resend them. So we've gone up to as high as 45% open rates on those. So we know that people are reading them and they're getting the information that they need, especially now with the PPP loans going active and things like that. So we're keeping, as many of the businesses as we can so that are on our list. If you have any that you feel haven't gotten the e-blast from us, please just send me their emails and I will add them to our list. Okay. So the next one I want to do, there's a couple.
okay.
Sorry. There's a couple good seminars that are coming out through the Connecticut SDB, whatever it is, small business. So I'm going to be actually doing an email tomorrow for that'll go out and have that information on it. So And I know Camilla, you're on this now, so you had brought up the agenda for what resources are available to residents.
Yes.
So you want to take that discussion?
Sure. The mayor and the town manager wanted me to come on and just share information. I'm not sure if everyone on this committee received the COVID-19 Community Resource Guide.
Yeah, I think
not sure
I
if it-
did as staff, yeah.
Okay, it is on the town website, and it is a resource guide that my department put together to share with residents who may be in crisis or have various needs. I believe in some previous conversations with this committee, there were concerns about the eviction process and the moratorium. When that ends, what will happen to Bloomfield residents? If I'm not mistaken, that's kind of how this all came about. So I did put in this resource guide, information on renters assistance. There's a program through the state of Connecticut called the Temporary Rental Housing Assistance Program, which is also called the TRAP, TRHAP program. Unfortunately, there's a hold on accepting applications right now because there was a backlog. But there was a call yesterday that we were on. I think, Vera, you were going to get on that call as well, that talked about additional funding coming down from the federal government for these programs that can assist renters. The eviction moratorium was extended to February 9th by Governor Lamont. And we're not sure if the federal government will come out with another extension. We're waiting for the changing of the guard next week with the president to see what comes next. So we are across the state, across the country, very, very concerned what will happen with these households that have not been able to pay their rent. We are exploring various grants and programs on a town level that can assist residents. I think another part of me being on this call as well is so that businesses are aware of what's available so that they can also share with their employees. Most of the programs that I have listed in this document is not just for Bloomfield residents, it's for anyone. So if you don't have it, let me know. I can email it. Okay.
Can you email
Jose,
it to me? Because I'll make sure that, I know we attached something on the last e-blast I did to the businesses.
Okay,
But it would be great to have that whole document for us to share with them.
sure. I'll send it out to the email that Jose sent to the
Yeah,
committee.
and right, yeah,
Camilla,
you sent it out to me. I could have forwarded it to Denise. but-
Okay, that would be great.
Camilla, is
I
it
can make
possible,
that part of the next e-blast too, please share.
Okay.
So,
is
Yes,
it
Suzette.
possible to get that also in the messenger?
Yes, you
Or
were
maybe an
going to
abridged
use.
version? But we'd have to get it to him today.
Well, perhaps in the art, there can be just a small little blurb referring people to the website
Okay.
to download the, because it's 8 pages long.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
So can we get a blurb
know.
in there? Denise is gonna send something out for recovery. Can you send her something so that she can attach it to that blurb, Denise?
Sure.
yes,
Sure.
yeah, I can add a quick sentence in about that.
Okay.
Um,
All right. I'll email you a sentence or two.
and
Okay.
it's on our,
Now-
and it's on our webpage. Maybe you want to email the link to that? So-
Yeah, that would be great. That's what I was just
Okay.
gonna ask. Is it up on the town website? If it's up on there, I'll just put the link in there.
Okay.
And he can, and what I've learned with the messenger, I have to spell out the whole website because it doesn't print the way if we put a shortcut in it, and it doesn't pick up a link. So you have to actually print out the whole physical address on the web.
Okay.
So I will do that.
Okay. All right. I'll send that to you when we get off of this call.
Okay, that'll be
Mhm.
good.
Hey,
Uh,
Denise,
Yes.
Denise, is it possible for you to use one of those sites where you can shorten the email? You can shorten the link?
Bitly.
Yes, I do that when I do our e-blasts to the businesses and stuff, or if I'm doing a PDF, but the messenger doesn't take that and translate it.
Oh, okay.
So that's my problem with it. I realized it after the last one that when I went to click there, you couldn't click on it. So that's
Okay.
why I have to physically put in the whole website.
Okay,
So,
all right,
okay.
thank you.
Yeah. I like the short ones that say, just click here for more information, you know, and it'll take you right to it. So. All right. We also, Camilla, is there other things that you would like us to help out with to get the message out?
I think that's a great start. Information changes daily, hourly, by the second. So we've been trying our best to keep this document up to date. I will also mention that we are looking into translation services so that the document can be available in other languages.
Okay.
I also learned today that if people go to the town website, there is a Google Translate option on the bottom of the website that translates our web pages to whatever language a person may need. So that is
Will
good
that
to know.
translate actual documents that you upload?
I was informed if it's in a PDF, it may not, and I'm learning a little more about that.
Okay.
Because I just learned that that was on the webpage. I didn't even know that it was there.
Okay.
So we're just making sure that all Bloomfield residents have access to information regardless of language.
Okay.
But that is an option there. But we are also looking into translation services too.
Okay. I really think it's important too for like maybe the library to get that message out too for you.
They do have the document.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Because they do have a large following.
They
Leisure
do.
Services has a large email distribution list, and they have sent it out, and we've sent it out via our own as well.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's good. As much as we can get out there. And, you know, a lot of the information we collect too comes from other town resources, from other towns around, comes from the state, comes from Jose through his EDC connections. Any of that, if you see something that you think is relevant, please send it over to me. Okay. And I will be happy to put it into our newsletters that go out to the businesses.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
And the same here, if there are resources you hear of that you
Yep.
think should be included in this, please let me know also.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
I'm definitely doing that.
Yeah, I just got a bunch of good links today that I will put into the next newsletter. So
our next newsletter goes out tomorrow, Camilla. So that will be in it. Just a reminder, I have added it to our chamber Facebook page, and
Awesome.
updates
Excellent.
are going to our website as well. And then this is completely unrelated. Jose, I'm able to sign onto my computer now. So if you can accept me so I can log off my phone.
Oh, there we go.
Thank you.
you're there and live, right? So
There you go.
I know I was in the middle of a meeting today and mine decided it was going to just stop the internet. So everybody froze on the screen. So
I just did
My
So
greatest
there,
fear when I'm doing a meeting
I just did a PSA
is that my
yesterday,
internet's going out.
and I would
Okay.
like to do one.
Hi, Deanna.
Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yep.
So I
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
did
we
we
can
hear
hear you.
you. You sound good.
I just did a PSA yesterday, and I'd like to do one once a month. So if we can gather the information, I can definitely make sure it's in the PSA that we do. And I think it's going to be important, you know, for the next few months at least, to try to get as much information out as possible. I mean, we're talking about COVID and the vaccines and things like that, but I think all this information is also very important. So if I get the information, or if you all want to, you know, be a part of the PSA, that would be great as well.
Did the town send out anything for the governor's announcement today that start registering, anyone over 75 can start registering for the
So,
COVID
I don't
vaccine?
know. I know that the health district has been putting stuff out. I don't know if the town itself sent something out, but I know the health district is. And what I can do is I can make sure that the flyer from the health district gets to the town.
Okay. If you'd like, I can forward you over the governor's announcement from this afternoon.
But I think the health district did, I'm trying to find it because I know I got
They
some.
did, there was a flyer. I think Amy was waiting on the phone number to add on there.
Yeah, it was a
Just,
draft, as I recall.
Yeah, but the governor's announcement has the
It
phone
has the
number.
phone
that
number
people
and
can
everything.
call,
Yeah.
because not everyone has access to internet.
Okay. Yeah, I sign up, I get all the governor's notices every day. So it keeps you up to date on different things. So.
Yeah, yeah, we did get some today, but it just went out to department heads.
Okay. Anything else we can think of? Because I know you guys are on time constraints. Next steps. Vera,
Sorry. The chamber is getting ready to do a directory where we are soliciting all of our chamber members as well as the local businesses. And for any business that actually signs up, they will include in their package, will get not only listed in the directory, but also will receive a 30-second video that's part of their package. We are including a portion about the town of Bloomfield. I'd like to have a welcome letter from Suzette. I will give you the parameters, Suzette, and then you can email that to me, and then I'll email it to our representatives there that are doing it. It's through this organization called Chamber PG. In addition, the chamber will receive its own 1 minute and 30-second video, and they will, again, not only talk about the chamber and the benefits of chamber membership, but they will also talk about the town of Bloomfield and its resources. So if there's anything that you'd like me to highlight in particular, Camilla, Jose, Phil, and Suzette, please let me know that at your earliest convenience. I don't need anything more than maybe 3 sentences because again, it is only a 90-second video. And then they'll kind of, make it as concise as possible. We can certainly have something a little bit longer and more information as needed for the directory itself. But again, I would love to have the information that you want to share about the town of Bloomfield included in that video.
Vera, do we have, and Jose, you may know, do we have the chamber on a link on our website so people can go to the chamber?
I'm not sure.
It
I don't think
Okay,
so.
we need to
but I'll
check that
double
out
check
so
it.
that the chamber has a link on our website
Yeah,
and people can go right to the
I
chamber.
thought there might have been some outside resources, links on our webpage, but I thought I had seen it, and when we set it up, we had
Well, we can
Some more,
check, and if we don't, then we want to set that up, Vera, so that you're linked into our website. If people come on our website, they can go to yours, or to
Right, absolutely,
the chamber.
absolutely.
yeah,
Just doing some other- Go ahead.
there's a helpful links section. It's not listed in there, but let me see if it's in the visitors section. No, I would put it actually in both those sections.
Yeah,
If
definitely.
we could.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can certainly put a button to, I have a whole bunch of links to COVID resources, but I
Yeah.
can certainly put a button on there for under Economic Development Department to outside links and include SB, same type of links, Chamber and Small Business Administration and things like that.
Yeah, if there are
Also,
others, Vera, that you want to have linked into ours, let us know and we'll go ahead and have them linked in.
Okay, awesome.
there
you.
is on that that page, the home and visitors, there's dining in Bloomfield. And it is not a complete listing of the restaurants,
I never even saw that.
okay?
You should update that then too.
Yeah,
I don't know who's,
And
oh,
there
dining
you
in
can-
Bloomfield, okay.
okay?
So Denise has an updated list that
Yep.
she can share to put up there.
Yep, I am going to share it with everyone.
Okay.
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 Yeah, there is a link to the chamber there.
And let me ask you a question, Denise,
Yeah.
when it says, this information of a complete listing, is that it's all of the restaurants, not just all the businesses, all the restaurants, correct?
No, this is just the restaurants that we did,
Okay.
okay?
Okay,
And yes, you are, the Bloomfield Chamber, there is a link right to you
Yep,
on that
Okay.
page.
under the
Awesome, thank you.
visitor, under visitor
Yeah.
page.
It would probably be better if we could do it as a better call out almost.
and if you need,
So-
if you need our updated logo, please let me know. I will forward that to you.
Okay. I think I have your latest.
Okay,
Okay,
I'll just send it all around in an email.
That's
but-
fine.
Yeah, that
That's
way,
great.
when I,
Mhm.
if I'd link to your, if I create a page that I can link to, then I can,
yeah, the
Okay.
more we
Good luck.
have that people can get the resources from, I think the better.
Mhm.
So, it's not a bad thing to have a link to you 3 times on this website. for
Nope,
the
not at
town.
all, not at
Okay.
all.
People go to different ones for different
Yeah.
things.
Right,
so they'll-
exactly.
Yeah,
Jose, do you know, I'm not sure if I mentioned this at the board meeting yesterday, but do you know if there's any progress on when people register their business, if we can get the email on there? I have not heard back
from the town clerk, yeah, I'll ask her. I
yes.
know last time we were asking her, they were in the middle of an election, I think, and
Right,
so they probably
Right.
didn't get back yet, but let me make a note to see if and if she can't, I know I get emails from the clerks when people file for, when there's foreclosures and things, so they should be able to send me links on when people sign up for businesses.
yeah, I just think we're
I'll ask
probably, again,
Marguerite.
yeah, I still think that it would be much more cost effective for all of us if we're not mailing it.
yeah,
Yeah.
And if we could
Definitely.
actually email them,
Yeah, if I recall, she said she didn't collect that information, right?
she cannot?
Oh, she didn't. I'm not
No,
sure.
I don't, she
Well,
didn't respond.
the form
thought
that
she
you
was-
use is stipulated by the Secretary of State because it's a registration thing. So I don't know if the form has an email
It should.
connection on there,
No,
whether
they-
they've updated it to do that. But if it does, we should have that, right?
yeah.
And then
Since
that
the
allows
state,
us
the
to send
state
them
is on the
information.
push.
that.
Yeah, the state is on the push to go paperless as much as possible
Mhm.
now.
Yeah,
So,
it should, if it doesn't, it's time they did.
yeah,
Right, and then
How
this
long have
allows
we had
us to
emails
just to
now?
email them about membership and about the town and joining, as opposed to us mailing out brochures.
Yep.
right.
So, all right, thank you.
Yeah.
So can I ask a question? And I know, because I know that Camilla is now a part of this committee. Camilla, can you tell me any of the difficulties that you've been hearing from our residents seeking services during COVID-19? Camilla?
Yep. I think the biggest challenge are those who are falling behind in their rent. That's been the biggest challenge with trying to find resources that can assist people. A lot of the phone calls that we've received, people are many months behind. And one of the things that was mentioned in the training that I was on yesterday was not only looking at helping people with paying back rent, but helping people with figuring out how they're going to pay rent moving forward. And those who are not working, they don't have a resource. So that is a great challenge for us as providers, where we don't have all of the answers and we're waiting for these programs to roll out. We're waiting for grants to be approved so that we can assist people. But I will say that that is the greatest challenge at this moment. We are all very anxious for when February 9th comes and it's here, it's on our heels, which is the end
Yeah.
of the eviction moratorium. So my counterparts in other towns, we've all been talking and brainstorming and waiting to see what's to come. So I would say that that's our largest challenge right now.
Is your feeling that they're going to extend that moratorium?
I'm thinking so. I think we're waiting for the Biden administration to come in and see what they will pass. I don't think we really have any other options. But on the flip side of that, we also have landlords who are struggling to pay their mortgage because tenants are unable to pay their rents.
Right.
And what's available to them. So there are a few resources in the guide that refers people to, like the Department of Banking. How can they communicate with their own banks? You know, some programs for mortgages that are federally funded. There are some programs to, you know, assist with that too. So I think there's challenges on both sides.
I think, Suzette, when we meet with our legislative delegation, that's got to be one of the priorities we talk to them about.
Yes.
Definitely. And I think that's why I want us all to understand some of the challenges of our neighbors, right? Because we're taking care of our businesses, but we also have to turn and take care of our neighbors. So I wanted to understand some of those challenges. But yes, Phil, that was in the back of my mind, trying to make sure that our legislatures know what we're facing here. And they represent us when they go down to the Capitol. So we need them to understand how they can help us. So that is definitely a topic of conversation.
I'm also hearing, Suzette, about people who have not been able to return to work. So, you know, they were laid off, or, you know, they were dismissed, and then they were, you know, told they were going to be able to return after so many weeks or so many months, and then there's nothing. So there's some concern about, what do I do next, particularly those individuals who are of a certain age. So you hear on one aspect or one end of it is those students who are just graduating from college, who are unable or having difficulty finding work. And then on the other range are those individuals who are, you know, 40 and up, who still have responsibilities and homes, actually purchase homes, not renting, but again, purchasing homes, and then, or may have kids in college, but they're not able to work either. So those are some of the challenges that I've been hearing from around the area, or just people that I happen to know.
Okay. One of the things that is rearing its ugly head is some of the people that have called into the health district looking to get the COVID-19 vaccine. One of the things you must have is an email address. And there's quite a few residents that don't have access to computers to be able to get their, once you make an appointment, you have to use an email address to get the confirmation to be able to pick a clinic, and they can't go to step 2 and 3 because they don't have access. So that's also something that I know that Phil and I have been discussing, how we can get Wi-Fi for our town. But we haven't talked about computers and things like that yet. So those are some things too that we might have to be looking into.
I think they have a phone number now that you can call in for assistance, but I don't know how many calls they can take, you know, before it gets overloaded.
So they have a 211 number, and basically the 211 is a receptionist. So they're going to take their name, they're going to take their phone number, they're going to take their age, if they have any underlying conditions, and then they're going to take an email address. So even if they take the information without the email address, in order for you to get and I have spoken to Jonathan Harris, we were on the phone yesterday and today, in order for you to get your confirmation, you need an email address. And that's how VAMS is set up. So in my conversation with Jonathan, it's just this: the people that don't have email, the people that don't have access to computers, the people that don't have access to internet. There's a lady that called to make an appointment. She's legally blind. So even if she had a computer, even if she had internet, she still couldn't do anything because she's legally blind. So there is some barriers to the system that they have set up, and I'm trying to address those.
Suzette,
yeah.
excuse me 1 minute. The email that came out from the governor today, they have partnered with United Way to handle those without internet access with that phone number.
And what I'm saying to you is they just take the information and they put it into the system. But in order for you to get your confirmation and set up your appointment, you're going to need an email address. That's what we've been finding out.
You know, there was some discussion last night on the statewide DEMAS phone call about paramedics and EMTs and whatnot being able to administer at-home vaccinations and so forth. That was another issue that had to be clarified because they wanted to have a credentialed supervisor, and the question came up whether the supervisor had to be there when the shot was being given or whether the supervisor could supervise a number of paramedics and EMTs that were out giving shots, and it wasn't clear. So that's another issue that has to be clarified if we're going to do homebound or work to try to get people that are homebound vaccinated too. So anyway, we're getting maybe off the topic a little bit here.
This whole COVID vaccination thing is definitely a work in progress. It has started off at a very rocky start, but I know we had our first open clinic in Bloomfield today, and I heard from some of the people that was there that this was the best clinic that they had access to. It was the perfect location, and how cordial the people in the building was, especially Yvette. So I know that we do things great here in Bloomfield, but I also know that we're going to have some challenges, and I'm just trying to see if we can head those off before they become a big thing.
Definitely. I just forwarded to everyone the governor's e-blast from today on it, so that at least you have that information to utilize.
May I also address the topic that I brought up to Suzette and our legislators at our last legislative power hour? You know, since Suzette, you were talking about the internet, having access to internet, email, and so forth, and regarding Comcast, do we know anything else that's going on with that?
What's going on with?
Yeah, I certainly don't, Vera.
I don't. It was the email that I sent wasn't from Comcast. No.
Today?
No, I had sent Phil an email because we've been trying to figure out how we can either get a grant or partner with someone to be able to get Wi-Fi for the town. And I had gotten an email. I thought I forwarded it to Phil, and I thought it was from Comcast, but I could be wrong. I have to go back and look at my emails.
Okay.
Phil, you're muted.
Phil, we can't.
If you did send it, Suzette, send it again. I don't know. I got Scott Charlo operating on a statewide committee to bring broadband to the community. So I usually forward those things to him to see, but send it again if you have it. I don't know.
Okay, I'll look for it. I know that we were talking with Hartford Foundation to see how Hartford got their Wi-Fi, to see what we could do here in Bloomfield.
Yeah, they had a $3 million grant, and Scott, that's the program Scott's working on to see if we can't get, you remember the what was it, the Dario Foundation that was gonna provide, they were the ones that provided the financing to get Hartford into that particular program. So, okay. That was a while back.
Yeah, so Vera, I'm gonna have to look into it.
Okay.
Are there any other things you want to address, Suzette or Vera?
No, not right now.
Nope, I'm good.
All right, let me get this stuff over to them, to the messenger that we need to do.
You're gonna wait for you're gonna wait for Camilla's blurb though to add that to your thing.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Okay.
Okay.
Just
You'll get it in
send it over to me.
Yep.
And send me the same blurb, Camilla, because then
Sure.
I'll use that for the newsletter that goes out tomorrow.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
Yep.
Do we want to discuss our next meeting? Since we're through the holidays and everything? What's good for everyone?
We were doing Wednesdays at one time.
Okay,
Sounds
yeah.
like, but,
I know I was away yesterday. That's why I couldn't do Wednesday. I was traveling
So-
for business.
how's the 17th look for everybody? Would that be a good time or you want to have it sooner? 17th will be 1, 2, 3, actually 4 weeks.
I'd like to do it sooner if we,
Yeah.
but maybe we don't need to.
I got the 10th is after your board meeting, or the 3rd would,
I could do the 10th after.
Can we do the,
Go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say the 3rd, because I'd like to get another PSA out.
Yeah.
I guess I could probably do it the week of the 15th. So it's okay.
No, if we, I mean,
I
I'm-
mean, I got the 3rd, I got the 10th, I got the 17th. I mean, the 17th is, yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 weeks away. So if you want to do the 3rd, if you think you need to do something, you can do the 3rd and then set up another meeting.
Yeah, I
You
think
have
that's
to.
better.
So what do we,
3rd.
what do we plan on 3rd, 3:30 is okay for everybody, or 3 o'clock or whatever?
Sure.
I can set it up for
3:30 is
whatever you
fine.
like.
3:30 is fine.
Okay,
Sounds good.
all right.
I will send it along to everyone. I'll set up the meeting and send you the links.
Sounds good.
That's great.
right.
Last but not least, I'm sending everyone our updated calendar of events for the chamber.
Great.
You'll see it tomorrow in the newsletter as well, but I will send it in advance to each of you. Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
Everybody have
thank
a
you,
good
everyone.
night.
Thank you,
Yeah.
everyone.
Jump onto your next calls quick.
Good
right.
night.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.